Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is always so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we are going to do your end of September reading. So, let's check it out and see what's on the horizon for you. You know, Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Okay. And Fogged In, go slow, take time. Okay, so we're in the midst of eclipse season, and September, the energies have been really difficult. We have the solar eclipse on September 21st. So it's a solar eclipse, new moon in Virgo. The solar eclipse is going to bring in something, the clarity. The solar eclipse helps us to see what we are maybe sometimes not wanting to see. Okay, you're meant to not move forward at this time. Both of these are about allowing yourself time to rest. I would really rest and get your water, take good care of yourself, and know that the answers are coming. The clarity is coming. The thing to do right now is to really not do anything. Okay, it's just the energy of allowing things to play out. There's something that needs to play out before you can have the clarity about how to move forward. Yeah, towards fulfillment. Okay, so I feel like both of these are kind of like, okay, take a moment and it's kind of like, okay, a little bit of the energy where you plant a seed. Okay, so maybe you've even sent your resume out to get a new job, or you're looking to attract in a new romantic partner or something like that. And you've put yourself out there, but you haven't heard back. Okay. It's the same energy as if you were to, she has apples here. So if you plant an apple seed, right? There, you plant it, you water it, you give it sunshine, but then you have to allow nature, you have to allow the divine to work on it, okay, behind the scenes to help grow the tree, to help bring the apples, right? To help the apples to grow before you can harvest. I feel like you're wanting something right now. You may have, put your resume out, but you haven't heard anything back. You're a little bit frustrated. And Spirit is just saying it's just a little bit of a hiatus. They're working on it behind the scenes to bring you something. And so it's kind of like, don't take any action right now, because by taking action, you could actually, you have a new beginning coming. Part of you is wondering, should I have a new beginning? Should I have planted this seed? I feel like for some of you, you've planted a seed and now you're kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have planted the seed. Nothing's happening, right? But it's kind of like, just like when we plant a seed and we cover it up with dirt and we water it and it has some sunlight, right? It takes a while for it to germinate. It takes a while for it to sprout. And I feel like you're perhaps being a little bit impatient. You're wanting to build something. Your obstacle is you don't want to be patient. I get that, Leo. I get that. I can be totally impatient myself, right? It's kind of like, no, I want it to happen today. Yeah, you're trying to manifest. You really are. I feel as though there's something here about understanding you're trying to build something, but here you are, you're trying to build something, you're planting a seed, or you're trying to figure out what seed to plant. Any of that works, okay? But there's this special ingredient. Let's put it that way. It's like the special sauce on, a sandwich or something. You haven't discovered that specialness yet. So the specialness isn't about something out there. This is a specialness within you that helps the apple tree to really grow. It's kind of like a special fertilizer that you're putting onto the apple seed, okay? So maybe you've planted the seed, maybe you've watered the seed, you're taking care of the seed, but the seed will grow into a much healthier, bigger, more fulfilling tree when it has this special sauce, this special fertilizer. The specialness is what is special and unique about you. Like, thinking of it this way, that anybody perhaps can go and plant an apple orchard, okay? But somebody that understands the importance of the spacing of the apple seeds, right? Or the quantity of water or fertilizer or whatever, right? It's the way. I'll tell you what, they're reminding me of a story. There was this friend of my mother's, okay? And she loved to bake. She was a big baker. But it was so funny because what she baked looked really, really good, okay? But it never tasted as good as it looked because she was more concerned about how the cookies or the cake looked. She put a lot into how it looked, decorated them or whatever. And then you would eat them and you'd look at them and you'd be like, oh my goodness, these are so, gorgeous. And so you expected something really fantastic, okay, in the taste department. And my grandmother, who lived with us, she was the opposite. Her baked goods looked good, but they tasted phenomenal. And her husband said one time, my mother's friend's husband said one time, that the reason that my grandmother's baked goods tasted so well was because she put a lot of love into them, where his wife was more concerned about how it looked, okay? It was like the facade of it, making it look good, but not necessarily putting love into when she was creating it. I feel like that's what you're discovering here, but you can't discover your secret ingredient, your secret way of putting love into it until you allow yourself to stop for a minute. I feel like you're trying to follow somebody else's recipe, but by just following that person's recipe, okay, it's missing the special ingredient that only you can add to it. Don't follow a mold. Don't follow a template, okay? It's about understanding what you want to create, what you want people to experience when they get your product or come in contact with you or eat your apple pie, right? It's a little bit of that energy. Because I feel like you're trying to manifest something here, but you're having a difficulty having it play out the way that you want it to. And it's because you're focusing too much on the facade of it. I know that sounds superficial. It's not really like the facade. You're trying to package whatever it is, whether it's yourself, your brand, your products, your services. You're trying to package it so other people will like it, okay? Just like my mother's friend, she packaged it. She made the outside of it look good so people would want it. But the thing that will keep you successful, will take your success to a much higher level, is not worrying so much about the package of it, but the quality of what is in that package. This is really kind of like coming to peace and to terms with it's about doing whatever you're trying to do a little bit different. It's not changing. I think you're thinking, I planted apple seeds. I shouldn't have planted apple seeds. I should have planted pear seeds, right? That's not it. You're on the right path. It's about allowing yourself, right, to move forward in a little bit of a different way. It would be kind of like you got a book and it told you how to plant apple seeds, right? And you planted them by the book, but it's kind of like allowing yourself to use your intuition to nurture, literally talk to the seeds, right? I talk to my plants. Talk to the seeds. It is. I don't know. I may have shared this story with you before, but I live in a a new construction area, okay? We've actually been here about 2 years, but everything's not really mature. All the trees we all got the same tree in our front yard, right? And it's kind of like everybody's tree was planted at the same time. Mine is almost twice as big as everybody else's. And everybody's always like, what are you doing to your tree? What fertilizer are you using? How are you watering it, And I always laugh because I say, I talk to my tree. I go out there, I hug my tree. I tell my tree how much I love it. And some people laugh at that, but I have had a few neighbors say, you know what? I'm going to do that too. And they've started hugging and loving on their trees, and their trees are growing more, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to recognize how your special love is the missing ingredient in whatever it is that you're working on and is not quite yet meeting up to your expectations of success. Whether that's a relationship, a business, whatever it is. Be yourself, be your authentic self, and put your true love into it. Wow, beautiful. All right, Leo, let's pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. To whom am I comparing myself right now? I feel like that's what's going on here, right? You're trying to compare yourself. It's about you figuring out your own unique twist, your own unique love, your own unique special sauce, right? And not allowing yourself to follow the same template recipe that everybody else is doing it your way, being authentic to yourself. Yeah. What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. This is you discovering it, right? Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Yeah, allowing yourself not to compare yourself to everybody else. Allowing yourself to say, what is it that I want? And that takes time. You have to sit with it, right? You have to listen to your intuition. Go for a walk in the woods. Hug a tree. Allow yourself to reconnect to who you are and rediscover, your special sauce. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here and all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.